What's up, everybody? This is Dre, and I'm back again with another video. And this is for the artist in the house. If you've got a iPad as well as a Android tablet, this is the only device that you can use on both. Let's take a look at Mixoo's Active Capacitive Stylus, a critical review. Okay, I've been playing around with this for the past several hours, and I'd like to actually talk about the strengths and the weaknesses of it. First of all, this Mixoo can actually work on both the iPad as well as on the Android. So this is actually the only active stylus that can work on both devices. The Apple Pencil only works on the iPad, but not on Android. The Bamboo works on this, but not on this. So this is actually the only active capacitive stylus on the market that can work with both. Except if you talk about those cheap, flimsy ones with a little foam, but that's not anything that anybody who spends this kind of money should be concerned with, because that is actually not for art. Now, here are some of the things that I've discovered with this. On some apps, this works very well. It does not work on Sketchbook for the iPad, but it does on the Android. It does work on Concept, which is an app that you'll find on the iPad, as well as Painter. Now, the issue here is there is some lag. There is some lag with this on some of the apps, especially on Android. Now, you do have an option, which is the Bamboo. If you really want to use a pen that gives you the closest feel to what an Apple Pencil does to the iPad, and I found that to be with the Bamboo. But of course, you're limited to it only being useful for an Android device, and especially for the Samsung. You have the Apple Pencils, the S Pen that comes with Samsung products, and they work very well, and I certainly don't have a problem using that if push comes to shove. I do find that the weight for the Bamboo is best for this. I do find, however, that the Apple Pencil, there is nothing that comes near working with an Apple Pencil on an iPad. And it works with all of the apps, all of the art apps on the iPad. Now, between both the Wacom Bamboo and the Apple Pencil, you find the Mixoo. Now, as I mentioned, the Mixoo is a very good stylus. It works with several of the art apps, as you can see. Not as good as some of the premiums, but it works for both. So if push comes to shove, and you have a particular art app that is on both the iPad and a Android/Samsung tablet, you can actually get away with doing some artwork with this. Now, I did mention before that there is a lag or parallax issue with certain art apps, not all, but some. And so if there's a particular art app that you really like, and there's an issue with the Mixoo, there's really no way of getting around it. So it has some positive and it has some drawbacks. But I do like the versatility of it being able to be used with the iPad and the Samsung Note 12. So on a scale of 1 to 5, I would call this a 3.5 stars. It's a very good device. I think everybody should own this. And I got to double check the price, but I believe it's under $50 on Amazon. And if there's a particular art app that is on both the Android and the iPad that you like, and this works very well with it, this will save you a whole bunch of money. Now, looking on this, remember that this is to be charged with a micro USB cord. So I've been using this now for 3 weeks, and it has not, I've not needed to charge this. So this holds up a charge very well. So if you have a micro USB cord, you can plug this in anywhere, give it an hour, and you've got a full charge that'll last you a couple of weeks. So I do recommend this. It is not as refined as I hoped it would be, but maybe that's just an issue with the apps not being able to receive it. It may not be the pen. But for the most part, there are a bunch of art apps on both that you can use, and there's no other device that will simultaneously be able to use on both the Android as well as the iPad. So the Mixoo gets my thumbs up, but it needs some refinement. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.